Check, can you hear me?
Check this. Ready?
Uh-huh.
I'm really, really upset that we can't put music on our YouTube channel.
All right.
It just stinks.
Does it?
It does, because nobody can hear this amazing song that's playing right now in my ears.
Is it really that amazing, though?
It's tremendous. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
And welcome to the Homewrecker Podcast. I am the Golden Greek Alex Arion, joined as always by my beautiful, lovely, gorgeous, amazing trophy wife, Monique.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great.
You're not doing as well as I am, though, because I'm listening to the greatest music ever. Hold on one second. It's not the chorus. It's just a silly guitar solo interlude part. But anyway. Alright. The look you just gave me. Obviously people listening don't see the look you just gave me. But how can you not be excited about this?
We're going to talk about this during this episode. I think this is what we're going to talk about in this fun bonus episode. We did a show about the 80s movies, and you love Teen Wolf. I do not. We watched it for family movie night. I was like, okay, I'll watch it again. And I feel the same way I did as I did before.
So depressing. I still got the music playing in the background.
Yeah, the movie was so depressing. It was that bad.
What?
Yeah.
How dare you?
All that Michael J. Fox does is sweat throughout the whole movie. Seriously, he's constantly sweating. He gets to the basketball game at the end, and he's just standing there. He just arrived, and he is sweating profusely.
Yeah?
Why? Why is he sweating so much?
Why wouldn't you? He's an athlete.
Does he have some kind of
He's getting psyched up for the
medical issue that causes
him
to constantly sweat?
He's a werewolf, okay?
Wolves don't sweat.
Alright. How do you know?
Because they...
Are you a werewolf? Do you know a werewolf personally?
You didn't ask a werewolf. I said wolf. You said wolf. And I said wolves.
Well, yeah, but he's a werewolf.
Okay, but wolves don't sweat.
Hold on, the chorus is coming up. So awesome.
You done?
So awesome.
You done?
No,
Oh,
it's got like another minute or so.
This is so bad.
No, it's not. This is the greatest. 80s movies had the best music.
Yeah, but this one, I just...
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with you. Such a good song.
Okay, let's talk about the movie.
Alright, yes, let's please.
So for anyone who hasn't seen Teen Wolf...
What's wrong with you if you haven't seen this movie?
It's from 1985.
It is.
Starring Michael J. Fox.
It is.
And it's about a teenager who finds out he's a werewolf.
That's true. That's exactly what it's about.
Who plays basketball. And sweats a lot.
He's really bad at basketball until he becomes a werewolf.
It makes... Okay. I want to jump to the very end of the movie, but let's pull back. Let's go back to the beginning.
You want to chronologically go through this, or just talk about all the awesomeness?
If you haven't watched this movie, spoilers.
It's so good.
I guess.
Yes, spoilers for a movie from 1985. Why not?
You never know.
Why not? I've still got the music playing.
Oh, why? Why are you doing this to people? They're going to stop listening to us.
No, they love it.
Oh.
They love it because they're intelligent listeners and viewers, for those of you watching.
Are you saying that I'm not intelligent because I don't like it?
It's not what I said.
It's what you're implying.
No, that's just what you took out of what I said. I didn't say or imply it. All
Moving
right.
on.
The song is done. Now we can talk.
Just like a relationship now. I'm kidding.
Wow. I don't think I deserve that.
It's going to take more than Teen Wolf to tear us apart, baby.
Alright. Fine. Let's get down to brass tacks now. Let's talk about Teen Wolf. This movie was fan-frickin-tastic. I don't care what you say. I don't care what anybody says. The movie is awesome. Yes, it's awesome. So, yeah, you said it. 1985, came out. Michael J. Fox, the star. Hell yeah.
Admitted it was so bad, he didn't want to be in the second one.
Momentary lapse of reason. That's all that was.
What?
That's all it was. Michael J. Fox, he didn't know what he was talking about at the time. I think it was the 80s. He was probably doing a lot of drugs.
You had no problem with his choices in Back to the Future. He knew that it was good enough to do the second and third one.
Listen. Teen Wolf is awesome. I don't care if Michael J. Fox didn't want to be in the sequel. The sequel sucked anyway. The sequel was terrible. I don't care who would have been in it. It was terrible. But we're not talking about the sequel.
No.
We're talking about the original.
Okay.
The one and only. Teen Wolf. So good.
Okay.
When I was young, I loved this movie so much when I was a kid. I think it was third grade, maybe? Probably second or third grade. For Halloween, we were dressing up and going into class. You know what I was for Halloween? I was a werewolf. And you want to know how I get the hair on my arms and everything else?
Because you're Greek?
And that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for listening. No, that's not because I'm Greek.
You shaved a dog and, glued it on you? Okay, did you get a Teen Wolf costume at the Halloween store?
No, I got a brown magic marker and I colored hair on myself. That's what I did. I made hair and I colored it, my arms brown.
How'd your parents feel about that?
Well, they were pretty not excited, I
Yeah.
guess.
But you were excited.
I was psyched because I was Teen Wolf, damn
Even though
it.
you were a child.
So what? I was a werewolf.
Did you go on top of your parents' car to Surfing USA?
I did do that. I don't think it was to Surfing... Well, Surfing USA was playing in my head. I didn't have a radio outside to listen to it or anything. But and again, I was a kid. I was second or third grade. So, yeah. It was awesome, though. Phenomenal.
I've never done that.
You never stood on top of a car?
I
didn't do it when the car was moving, obviously. It was parked in my driveway.
Oh, no, I mean while it's moving.
You did that while it was moving?
I can't remember if I did or not.
I'm sorry, that's
I've
just
done
plain
so many
stupid.
things in my life.
That's just plain dumb. But I was reading in the trivia.
Are you saying I'm dumb?
Listen, you can take whatever you want on what I say.
I'm saying I don't think I've ever done that.
I'm going to say what I say. You take it any way you want.
What I was saying is I don't think I've ever done that, and I'm trying to remember, because if I did, I do not remember it.
That's something I would think you would remember, no?
I don't remember a lot of stuff.
What's that say about you?
I've done a lot in life, okay?
No, okay. Yeah, that's okay. Anyway.
Wow.
So what were we talking about? Surfing on top of the car?
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess the actor that played Stiles, Jerry Levine, was actually, there was no stunt double. He actually did that. He was on top of the van for all the scenes and stuff. It's pretty awesome when I saw that. I'm like, oh, that's great. It makes me respect him just that much more.
All right.
Yeah. Stiles was awesome too.
He was great. He had wonderful t-shirts.
His t-shirts are the best. Now, did you know that there's obviously a lot of, I don't know if they do this still or not, probably not, but for movies that came out in the 70s and the 80s, they would do like a theatrical version or a home movie version, home video version, and then they would do like a made-for-TV edit as well. So on the made-for-TV cuts of Teen Wolf, there's alternate scenes and Stiles wears different shirts.
Oh, I thought that was just all done in editing.
Well, yeah, I presume it was edited
because
alternately, but there was
seen
different
movies
stuff
where
shot.
People had stuff blurred out on TV, like a shirt.
Stiles had different shirts.
Interesting.
In the made-for-TV versions. Now, obviously, I don't have a made-for-TV version handy, but I just remember that he had different shirts on. They were not the ones that we just saw when we watched the movie again. And I don't remember what they said, but for the longest time, that was my access to Teen Wolf. It was on a TBS or TNT, one of those channels way, way back. And we videotaped it off TV, and that's how I used to watch it all the time when I was younger. Now, we rented the the home video version as well when we were kids, my brother and I. But when it was on TV and we videotaped it and we had a copy, obviously it wasn't the uncut original. That's why I was asking you at the part in the theater where he's with I forget her name now, but he's with the girl that he has a crush on. And
Pamela?
Pamela, I think that was her name, yes. And I was like, is there nudity in this? Because we're watching it with our kids. It's PG, but
back in the 80s, that didn't really mean much.
Matter. Right. So, was there nudity in this? Because I couldn't remember if this girl ever got topless because I only used to watch the made-for-TV edits of the movie. I watched that so many times when I was a kid. And obviously they didn't have nudity on the TV edit. So that's why I was asking, is there nudity in this? Because I wasn't... I couldn't remember the uncut version. So, anyway. But it turns out there wasn't. So, any parents out there that are going to watch this with their children and are in fear of the nudity, you don't have to be. Because it's not there.
But if you are watching anything on Vudu, they have a parental control that can do it so it's made for TV. So if you're it's family safe. So if you're watching,
it's the family play feature. I believe
and you put that on, so it kind of makes it when you're watching something on TV, it's more mild. So if you have kids.
Yeah, and I think there's actually different settings for that too. You can edit out any nudity. I think that
violence,
language, things like that. There's actually different settings. So if you really care a lot about swearing and nudity,
I thought you were gonna say if you really care a lot about your kids.
Well, that too, obviously.
Okay.
But I with Teen Wolf, it was so mild. I mean, there's nothing really in it that was bad.
Well, the party scene.
Okay, yeah, the party at the beginning was a little. I'd forgotten about that, and then it started. And I was like, oh yeah, they do some stuff in this party that's a little.
What are they doing? But, they're bound with their wrists behind their back,
in, shaving
and they're
cream,
covered in whipped cream or shaving
yep.
cream, and they're in their bathing suits and.
And then Chubbs gets to eat the Jello out of that girl's shirt. She comes over and she's got I guess the party thing was they would. I guess all the girls in the party got a piece of paper with a guy's name on it, and then all the girls' names were put in a hat. And Stiles was the party guru or the
party MC,
whatever. Yeah, he's master ceremonies, I guess, and he would pick out names.
MC. That's what I said.
What did I say?
And you said the party guru. I said, the party MC. And you're talking, the master of ceremonies. That's what an MC is.
Well, you always got to correct me. Or talk over me. Can't just let me talk.
Go on.
Was there anything else you wanted to add?
This movie was awful.
I'm done. I'm turning this off. That's it. I've had it with you. And this is blasphemy.
Hush.
It's just terrible.
Hush.
Okay. So anyhow, he pulls out the name of somebody, a girl, and she gets Chubby. That's the guy's name in the movie, okay? Chubby.
Is it Chubby or Chubbs?
Chubbs. Well, no, she said Chubby.
Maybe. Okay.
She said Chubby, but they all called him Chubbs, so I don't know. That's still, again, it's a movie from the 80s, for crying out loud. Don't get mad at me. It's not me. I didn't name him that. I didn't write it. God. Don't be mad at me. It's not my fault.
You made me watch it.
It was still funny. You don't want to be called Chubby? I mean, I don't know. But anyway.
Moving on.
So she gets Chubby's name, and she said Chubby.
You said she got a Chubby?
No, that's what she said about him. And then
that is what she said.
Unbelievable.
I gotta make it fun for me.
How old are you? My gosh. How old are you? So she gets his name on the thing, on the piece of paper, and somebody brings over a bowl of Jello, and Stiles is like, you've got to eat this entire bowl of Jello. And she goes, well, but what about me? What do I get to do? And he goes, hold the Jello! And he pulls open her shirt and dumps the Jello down her shirt, and then Chubbs grabs her and picks her up and starts motorboating her breastages.
I don't think that would fly nowadays.
Over her t-shirt. So, I mean, Yeah, it's funny. You see the movies of the 80s and you see the party scenes in the movies of the 80s. And then you see the party scenes in movies from the 90s and then, moving on up till you get to the present day. Very different.
Much different.
Very different. I don't know if you would say it was better, worse, more fun, less fun.
More entertaining.
Definitely more entertaining, yes. By today's standards, definitely very inappropriate. Probably by the standards.
Shame on you, Teen Wolf.
Probably
Shame
by the
on
standards
you.
of the day as well. But, I mean, was what it was. So, yeah. So how do we get on the party? Because we're talking about Stiles? Is that why?
I don't know.
When he goes in and he gets he's trying to get the keg of beer. And he's talking to the liquor store owner guy, whoever, and he's trying to get the keg of beer. No, he didn't think that was funny either. Unbelievable. Like, how are we, what is this? Why did we pick this movie to talk about if all you're going to do is crap all over it the entire time? Like, there's nothing good you can say about the movie other than Stiles was awesome?
I did like Stiles. He was cool.
That's it, though? You just like Stiles?
Okay, so the chick, Pamela or whatever her name is.
Which one? The snotty one?
The snotty one who
the Scott
likes.
Okay, yeah, that's
so
Pamela.
Pam. So
sure.
Her boyfriend, Mark.
Mick.
Okay, her boyfriend Mick
awesome.
looks like he's 30.
Because he probably was.
And
when they filmed it,
I thought that he went to their school. And it wasn't until the very end where he's playing for another team. And I asked you, I said, I thought they showed him at the school, like, before class.
They did, and
her.
he actually, I think, didn't he open a locker too?
Yeah!
He did open a locker, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so it's kind of weird. Like, why is he playing for an opposing basketball team if he goes to that school? I didn't get that.
Do they have 2 basketball teams at that school?
I don't think so, no.
It was confusing.
And somebody said that he was 20 in the movie. So he stayed back or he did something. He was still in high school at 20 years old. So there was something.
But he looked like he was 30. And the actor who played him was almost 30 at the time. So
I think Michael J. Fox was 25 at the time of the movie. The actor that played Chubbs was 23. Somebody else was in their mid-20s as well.
Usually they'll use people who are in their early 20s, and it's fine. But I'm just saying this guy who played Mick was like...
Yeah,
he looked much older.
He did look
and he was
older.
Like super hairy. And I was like, oh, is he a werewolf too? Because I don't remember. Because of like, he's so hairy. He must be Greek.
Again, you with the... I don't get it. What is it with you? Goofing on Greeks all of a sudden.
I love you.
I mean, you married a Greek, so...
I did.
Why you always gotta goof on me?
I'm just having fun.
Always gotta mess around. I don't know what I did to deserve it.
He was hairier than you.
Was he?
Yeah.
Alright. Sure. Okay. I wasn't checking him out, I don't know.
I wasn't checking him out either. It was just blatantly in front of us.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Mick. That guy was awesome. And like the basketball scenes in that movie were so awesome too.
Okay, so Michael J. Fox's character, Scott, a.k.a. Teen
Scott Howard.
He is horrible at basketball.
Oh, he's the drizzling shit.
So how did he get on the team?
Well, everybody's on the team.
Everyone's
He's
down.
the first stringer. He was like he's a starting player.
And he's horrible.
Yes.
Then he becomes Teen Wolf. And he's awesome. He's the man. And then, I don't get this. At the very end, he wants to be himself. Because at the dance, was it the night before?
Night before, day before.
They have a dance and,
sure.
You know, he's Teen Wolf and Mick starts with him and...
Mick punches him right in the face. Knocks him right on his ass.
That he did.
Ooh.
And he, in retaliation, growled at him.
Growled at him?
Oh, no, he did. He swat at him.
He swatted at him?
He swat at him, like, scratched him.
He, like, tore open his shirt and everything with his claws. It was, yeah, it was pretty crazy.
And I swear to God, the guy playing Mick had, like, a tattoo on the side of his abdomen, like, kind of by his ribs, kind of going down.
I don't know if it was a tattoo or some kind of weird birthmark.
It was big. It looked like a tattoo.
Bruise or something.
It looked like a tattoo that was just an outline, but never filled in.
Remember, this was 85, so I don't think I saw a tattoo on anybody in the entire cast for the whole movie. Now, again, they're high school students, supposed to be playing high school students, but I didn't notice any tattoos on anybody.
That's what it looked like. When his short shirt was torn, it was... Yeah, anyway, so...
I don't know.
He wants to be himself at the basketball game.
Scott
wants to be himself and doesn't want to be Teen Wolf. So he shows up at the game.
Yeah.
Normal, not as a werewolf. And he's like, we can do this. We can win this.
Guys, I really think we can win this.
But they all suck.
They all suck so bad. But the best is when they get to the finals, but it's just because he's like a one-man team as the werewolf.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're getting any better by playing.
No, they all suck because he was just playing.
He's just a ball hog the entire time.
Now, he's like, we can do this. And they're going up against, like, the team that can't be beat.
Yeah, mixed team.
Mixed team, the Dragons, made the finals. They're, 50 points ahead or something? 40-something points ahead.
Well, no, that was on the first game of the movie. They were, 50 points ahead.
Okay, well,
it was, 75-12 was the final score or something ridiculous.
But this one, it was something.
No, it was
high.
30-2.
Okay, that's still a lot.
Okay. So it wasn't 50.
They were high. Not that they were high, but their score was higher. It's higher, darn it.
They were high.
Their score was high.
Okay.
And they start playing together as a team. And they dominate. They're kicking ass.
Oh yeah, they were awesome.
But they all sucked. How did they get good? Just miraculously.
Because it was 1985. And the main character gave an inspiring speech at the end of the movie. So they got
inspiring.
awesome.
It's like, I think we can win.
Guys, I think we can really take these guys. That was it. That was all you needed. And then, no, I'm sorry. Then, the song that we opened this very podcast with started in the movie. And that's why they started to kick ass. Because the inspiring music came on.
The inspiring David Bowie wannabe.
So awesome. I don't even care. You say whatever you want about it. And just so you know, that's what we're going to close the show with. Uninterrupted. I'm playing the entire song. Damn it.
Ugh.
So
but they're doing an amazing job playing basketball.
Yeah, they're a great team. They ended up being really, really good. Is that it? You don't know why? They just got good? Because it's a movie from 1985. That's why.
So bad.
No, it was so good.
So bad.
It was so
bad.
Good. Don't listen to her. It was good. Really good.
We have to find out what people think, if they're Team Teen Wolf or not.
Well, I think it's kind of funny that this movie spawned a sequel, which was god-awful, terrible movie, and a TV show. I don't know how many seasons this was on for. I never saw an episode, but I guess it was on MTV. They did
But that was recently. It wasn't right after it came out.
No, I know that, but I mean, they called it Teen Wolf.
I know, but I don't think that was
I don't think it had anything to do with the
after the
I don't
movie.
think it had anything to do with the original, but they used the title, for Christ's sake.
Okay, but a lot of people steal titles.
Alright, I'm not going to get into that with you now. I don't really care that much. I'm just saying that there was a TV show.
Okay.
So anyhow.
You love the coach. He was pretty funny. I'll give him
Finstock,
that.
he was great. Jay Tarsis, who I thought was some great character actor. The guy really never did much. He was in an episode of Family Ties before he did Teen Wolf, and then I think he did a couple of really small roles here and there, but nothing big. The guy was awesome. I thought he and Stiles, I thought, were the best parts of the movie. Michael J. Fox was Michael J. Fox. I mean, he's great. He's a movie star.
I agree with you. They were probably
but those guys,
entertaining.
Yeah, and just the life advice that he would give was just so awesome. Like the beginning, Michael J. Fox comes in, he's scratching himself. He keeps scratching and rubbing himself, asking if he's got a rash, but that's because he's now slowly turning into a werewolf, right? And he comes in to tell the coach that he's thinking about quitting the team. And the coach is like, yeah. And he's always chewing gum. That's the other thing that's great. He's always chewing gum. And, oh, yeah, Scott. Yeah, there was a kid that came in here a couple years back, much like you're coming to me right now. And, his dad had passed away and his mom was working. And she was real poor. They're real poor people. And she had a pin in her hip from scrubbing floors. He was just randomly saying all this shit, and Michael J. Fox is looking at him like, okay. And then he goes, now these are real people with real problems. Do you understand what I'm saying? And he's looking at him like, yeah, I get it. And I'm sitting there going, I didn't get it when I was a kid watching the movie. And I just watched it again now, and I'm not a kid anymore. I still don't get what he was talking about. It was just awesome, because it's so random, it makes no sense. But he just delivers it with such conviction that Scott's like, okay, thanks a lot. And then he goes, hey, mi casa su casa, Scott, mi casa su casa. This freaking guy's awesome. I don't even care.
What was he going after the
so
game?
Great.
Like, he's like, it's only an hour.
Yeah, it's only an hour. Don't worry about it. What is he? Hey, it's not whether you win or lose. Or no, it's not how you play the game. It's whether you win or lose.
And even that
doesn't matter all that much. Just great lines. I don't even. That's just so good.
I'll agree with you on those two characters.
So good. And then the main, I guess, love interest. There's two in this movie. The one we talked about, Pamela, who's like the snooty, snobby girl.
Actress. Ron.
Yeah, she's like in the theater or something, and I guess that means that she's popular. I don't know. They portray her as that, right? But you never see her with anybody but Mick, her boyfriend,
Her boyfriend,
who's much older than everybody else alive at the time, I guess. And then again, she's supposed to be popular or whatever, but you never see her with anybody but him. She's always by herself. Remember, like, they come into the pizza parlor after he turns into the werewolf after the first game, and they're all celebrating. She's sitting by herself at the pizza parlor. It's not like she's there with, like, her other cliquey friends or anything. She's by herself. It's just kind of weird. Like,
she's in the play by herself, too. It's like, she's the only person in the play.
Yeah, it's kind of strange, but okay. And then the other love interest is Scott's childhood friend.
Boof?
Boof. B-O-O-F.
Boof.
Boof. Like, what the hell kind of name is Boof? And I remember watching it as a kid, being like, Boof? What the hell is, what's that name? What's that about?
A nickname?
Yeah, but for what?
No, I mean, obviously it's a nickname.
No, it is,
like,
obviously, but they never explain what it's
from, like,
short
when
for.
They were a child and...
I guess, but they just never even explained it. It's never mentioned. She's never called anything but Boof, and it's not like Scott's the only one calling her that. Scott's dad calls her Boof. They call her Boof at the party. All the friends call her Boof. It's like, Boof. What? It just sounds like, it's like one of those words. Like queef. It just sounds wrong, doesn't it? You weren't expecting me to say that. But it does. It just sounds wrong.
It's
Boof.
weird.
It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's different.
Yeah. It's just kind of one of those things. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
So, but he ends up being, I guess, kind of, not repulsed. Repulsed isn't the right word. But he's not turned off, but I guess he just looks at her.
He's not into her because they've been friends.
Because they've been friends for, yeah, but it's kind of strange, too. I think this is another part of it that I found kind of unrealistic, especially now, watching it again. As a kid, I didn't pick up on this as much because I was a kid. But now, I wonder, okay, even if you're not into her in that way, you're still a guy, and you're still a teenager, and it's a slam dunk. I mean, there's no question. He could get with her at any time because she's so obviously into him, and he never even made an attempt. The thought never crossed his mind. None of his friends ever said, hey, dude, why not just, get some Boof on the side or whatever.
That just sounds so wrong.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that never once crossed anybody's mind. Like, it's never mentioned. That part I thought was unrealistic. Never mind the part about him turning into a werewolf. No, that was more realistic than the part about him not wanting to get some Boof.
It crossed my mind too, like, but I get it if he cares about, or cares, I don't know if cares about, but he's into somebody else. Sometimes when you're into somebody else, you don't want anyone else.
All right. Maybe that's the motivation behind this. I don't know. The dude
turns into a werewolf. I don't know. I mean,
that's what I say. That part I thought was a little like, come on.
And the dance.
The dance.
Oh my god.
Phenomenal. So good.
So bad.
It's so bad. It's good.
So
bad.
cringy.
It's good. It's so bad.
It's so Boof.
I don't care. Everybody has to watch this movie. It's just phenomenal in so many ways.
Watch it, like, Watch it and then listen to this again.
I'm not telling you to watch this movie expecting to watch Citizen Kane, okay? This wasn't an Academy Award winner, nominee. It probably wasn't ever mentioned in the same sentence as Academy Awards until just now. But it's freaking awesome. It's so good in so many different ways. If you're a kid of the 80s, you can look back on this movie and go, wow, what an amazing time. If you're much younger than that, and you're, in your teens now or early 20s, you can look at this and go, wow, I wish I was alive when times were like that. Especially now, like today, presently. Obviously the 80s were way better than what we're going through right now at this very moment in time.
True.
If nothing else, it's better than being quarantined. That's all I'm saying. Right? I mean,
yeah.
It's either quarantine time, like now, or Teen Wolf, 1985. I'm just saying, I think that time was better than present day, currently, right now. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all.
But is Teen Wolf, the movie, better than present day? No. Because it's Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf's awesome, okay? Just watch the damn movie, everybody. Just watch it.
I thought you were telling me to watch it. Like, just watch it. And I was like, I just did.
No, you really need to sit and watch it. And watch it again.
You're gonna, like, Clockwork Orange me where, like, you pull me down, like, open my eyes.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah, I love that movie. I thought it was great. And we just spent almost 30 minutes talking about this movie. I don't even think we talked about anything about what it's about or anything. No going through a synopsis or anything like that. Just Michael J. Fox is a teenager in high school who plays basketball.
And we said that.
And one day,
and he turns into a werewolf. That is what I said.
And then becomes awesome at basketball. And then decides, I don't want to be a werewolf anymore. I want to be average again.
And he chooses Boof.
And he picks Boof at the end. Oh, that's right, at the end. The part on the bleachers where everybody for the longest time thought that there was a guy who exposed himself on the bleachers in the closing scene right as the credits start. For the longest time, that's what you thought
Somebody
it was.
just posted something on social media about that too recently in the
Really?
past week. Yeah.
No kidding. Huh. It's odd. Anyway, for the longest time, you thought it was a guy, or at least the rumor was it was a guy who was exposing himself on the bleachers and then just kind of like, putting himself back in and zipping up this fly. Turns out it wasn't a guy at all. It was actually a woman who was just an extra sitting there being a part of the movie. And I guess her jeans were too tight, and so she unzipped them so that when she sat down, she'd be more comfortable. And then she stood up when she thought filming was done. And like the bleachers were pretty much cleared out except for her standing there. That's why she sticks out so much. And you see her she's got like her shirt, and then she's standing up, and you can see like the jeans, the zipper fly wide open, but it's clear she's wearing underwear. It's just white underwear, and then zips up the fly. But for the longest time, people thought it was a guy because before this was like a movie that was transferred to high def. You could if you're looking for something, you can go, oh, that does look like some dude's exposing himself, flapping about in the wind.
Oh my!
I never saw that. I always saw somebody messing with their fly, so I was like, oh yeah, there it is. But yeah, I definitely we actually rewound it and watched it again tonight. And IMDb is the one that told me that it's actually a female. And you can actually see it when you watch it now. It's like, oh yeah, it is a woman. You can tell. But you couldn't really tell back before it was high def. It's a little blurrier back then.
So I know you give Teen Wolf thumbs up.
Two, way up. Way up.
Way really? Down.
Two thumbs way down, huh?
Down, yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Well,
yeah.
Agree to disagree. What can you do? I don't know if anybody can hear that, but there's a really loud thunder.
Yeah, we're getting
right now.
Flashes of lightning through the window. And
it's fantastic. Wow.
Nice little storm.
Well, it's good timing. I think it's a good a time as any to wind down.
Yeah.
If you agree with me, which I know most of our intelligent listeners will, let us know about it. And if you agree with my beautiful, lovely, amazing trophy wife, I don't want to hear about it.
I do, though.
I don't want to hear about it, but she will. So you can let us know on our Twitter.
At Homewrecker Pod.
We have an Instagram, too.
Homewrecker Podcast.
Or you can set up a anonymous username and join our forum.
Yeah.
On our website.
Homewreckerpodcast.com.
And you can also buy one of those cool Homewrecker t-shirts that we've got for sale.
Yes.
They're good. They're stylish. Actually very comfortable too.
They really are.
Yeah.
A couple of people who have them said they are very comfortable.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm biased, but I think that we picked a good shirt.
Yeah, we've said it before. We tried to choose something. We tested out shirts to make sure it was comfortable.
Yeah, tested some different ones out. I think the ones we settled on are pretty good.
Yes.
So, yeah, buy a shirt.
Yeah. If you can, because obviously times are tough right now.
Of course.
But what you can do that's totally free is go to iTunes.
And hit the subscribe button.
And while you're at it, give us 5 stars.
5.
Yes, please.
5 is good.
If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and like our videos. Yeah.
Yes. Please.
Or Brighteon. You can go there if you're watching on Brighteon.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of Brighteon. They got some good stuff on there. Me too. It's a platform that I really hope takes off. Mm-hmm. So, any of our listeners, viewers, if you're not already watching stuff on Brighteon.com, that's BRIGHTEON.com, check it out.
Yeah. And coming up on our regular Wednesday show, we have a very special guest.
Yes, we earlier today recorded with the Kingpin, Brian Malonis.
Yes.
Ring of Honor professional wrestling star.
Yes.
And good buddy of ours.
Yes, I was going to say. But more importantly, our
buddy. Yeah, just a good buddy of ours. So,
yeah. And it wasn't all wrestling either.
No,
so,
no. We had a pretty fun conversation, actually.
Started going down some rabbit holes, but we had to pop back up.
Yes,
so.
yes.
He'll be back.
A lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I had a lot of fun. He says he had a lot of fun. I know you had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're probably going to be revisiting some more conspiracy talk with our good buddy.
Yes, he'll be back again.
Brian Malonis. So, yeah, check that show out. That'll be coming out this Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So, until then, you know what? I'm going to let you just say a couple of words while I cue up the closing music.
Oh. Well, I want to thank everyone for watching and listening. And like we said, please find us on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe, like us. And know that we greatly appreciate everyone who enjoys our show.
And wherever you...
Notice I said who enjoys it, not who listens or watches it. But yeah, if you enjoy it, we appreciate you.
Yes, and wherever you are, thank you very much for listening and supporting the show. Thank
all the
you very
different
much
countries.
for watching. We love and appreciate everybody and everyone's support. And wherever you are, we hope you're safe and healthy during this time. But until next time, I am the Golden Greek, Alex Arion. I've been joined, as always, by my beautiful, lovely, gorgeous, amazing trophy wife.
Even though I don't like Teen Wolf?
You had to do that right as I'm about to finish up. You had to jump into that, huh? I'd let you off the hook. I'd let you off the hook. But now, no. Now you're not amazing anymore. You lost. Now you're just my gorgeous, beautiful trophy wife. You can rectify this right now. You can just say that you really that you enjoyed it.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
But you can say that you.
What do we always say? We want the truth. Do you want the truth? Do you want the truth?
I can't handle the truth.
That's right, you can't. Because I don't like Teen Wolf.
Damn it. All right, fine. You're still my amazing trophy wife.
You know that's right.
All right. So until next time.
You've been listening to the Homewrecker Podcast.
All right. And with that, I'm going to now uninterruptedly sign off and play the closing music of Teen Wolf. Enjoy. You're welcome.